Hey YouTube, how are you doing? I'm excited today because this will be my first time using Notoriously Morbid's Path of the Dark Side. I am excited about it. You see my face is done, and we'll talk about how that came to be as we're doing this look. This is a really pretty palette. Like, look at these shades. This one is a dual chrome. When I look over here, I see like a gold, but then when I look where you are, it's red. Yeah, so you see the shift in that one. I'm not sure if this one does. This one seems to, because when I look over here, I see more of a burgundy. When I look where you are, it looks more orange red. Their palettes are always so interesting, and I know this has something in it, but I forget from when I swatched it what it looked like. But it does have different specs in there, and of course, hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. So I have the names of the shadows on the shadow protector sheet so that I can tell you what they are. I do have a 15% off code below. We're going to put on City Beauty lip oil and do the intro as I prime the lids. I've been skipping on lip oil. My lips is feeling kind of cracked a little bit. Crack is whack. So I'm just taking out a few brushes. I don't have a plan. Inner Realms. What do we have? Inner Realms from MAC. We have, this one is Perpetual Shock. Lower lash line, we have NYX Vivid Rich in Truffle Diamond, and also from MAC below this shade, which you can barely see because it's very light. This is Strawberry Milk. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I have been loving using for actual contouring, blush and bronzer just as a base, the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette, medium dark to dark. And what I've been using mostly is this for contour, this is bronzer, this just to have a little something on the cheeks, and then this as a highlight. And then I do go over it with either House Lab stuff and or Hourglass. House Labs and Hourglass, yeah. So, and of course we sprayed the face with Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray and the bridal formula. So let's prime the eyes, do the intro. Why am I looking like, where's my stuff? And everything is right here in front of me. If you've been here, y'all know this. It's like, girl, why you can't find stuff? I'm goofy, okay? I need a brush for eye primer. So hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. And why do I call it that? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you have to use a certain brand, tool, or technique because that's what they're insisting you need to do in whatever video that you're watching. I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. If you want to try all the things, try all the things, but because you just want to, not because you feel obligated. Yeah, so that's what we stand for here. Here, we accept our natural features. We embrace our natural features. We enhance them when we want to, if we want to, but we never feel like we have to. Listen, y'all, come close. Here go my zoom. Love yourself because of who you are when you're wearing makeup or when you're not wearing makeup. It's very freeing. Just love yourself. That was very convoluted. I think I scared myself getting that close. Because I said it different than how I normally say it. Oh my gosh, y'all. I am goof troop. So the base face came about. Oh, 2 tidbits about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. The other thing is there's an organism right here that lives in my throat named Bruce that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos. I try to be aware of him to say, excuse me. But if you do hear something and I don't say excuse me, please excuse me ahead of time. So that's that. I don't have a plan for this palette, and I'm looking in it like, what are we gonna do? I like that it's a dark base palette. This of course is light, and these are light-ish. I want to take this one because I want to see. We're going to take this and then this because I just want to see what it's going to do. And then, you know, we're going to deepen it with one of these shades. This one appears These three down here and this one appear to be mattes, but some of their metallics do function as mattes for me, the way they look when they're blended out. So we're going to take, oh my gosh, this is the one with all the siths in the name, S-I-T-H, superstitious, like instead of superstitious, y'all. Let me know if you saw that little quick video I did pressing out a loose shadow into a pressed shadow, and it's still sitting open, which it doesn't need to, because it did dry like very quick, but I said let me just leave it here anyway. So it's still sitting over my desk, and I was telling somebody the test will be when I go to use it if it falls apart into dust or not. I don't think so, but you know, things happen, you know what I mean? So this is a peculiar shade in the sense that it's developing that shine in the middle. You see that? And usually that's indicative of hard pan. And when I do swatches for the swatch party, I use a sponge tip applicator. I have not had my fingers in these shadows. And so I'm like, And sometimes shadows will look like that and they're not hard pan. So we will just see. I think this might be a topper shade. And so we're going to put them on, and maybe I'll remember next time I use it and then top it onto something else. Now we're going to take Sith Happens. This shade, I don't want to do that. Let's just do it. Sith Happens, this shade over here. These are Esom V27s. Yeah. The black handle one with the angled bristles, those are the newer ones. The older ones have the silver handle, and the bristles are not angled. So what happened was I was on my phone and, excuse me, a notification popped up. And so right as I clicked it, it changed into Janessa's live notification. So when I tapped it, it put me into her live, which I would have watched it anyway. But I was just like, oh. Like that wasn't what I was tapping, but that's what's here. So it came through really quick, and I think just how I had my finger, I saw it and I went to push it, but like that quick, I was in her live, and I was glad that I made it. And so I did intend to do this look today, and so I was about to go right in my journal. And being in her live, I said, you know what? I'm going to do my base face while I'm watching and listening to her. Yo, it was so many new people popping into her live today. I was so excited for her. I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm excited because she's going to a show. I'm just pulling over that first shade a little bit. Yeah, that's like a brow arch shade and a corner shade, that first shade. Excuse you, Bruce. I want to take this a little further over, but I don't, because I want to see what, excuse me, these other shades are going to look like. I had my regular oatmeal today, Vietnamese cinnamon and oatmeal, and I have been drinking Mountain Dew and water. Of course, I'm almost finished my first 40 ounces of water. I am having pasta and spicy sauce for lunch. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. Y'all know we're going to deepen this up, but this is pretty. This is pretty. We're going to take, man, I want to see what this looks like, but I think it's going to be light, but it has a lot of specks in it, so I'm just curious of what it will look like. Let's just do it, and then maybe we'll take this one. So right now we're just putting on colors. I know these are dark, and I know this one is dark. This one is a moody shade. I like that one. That's a nice coffee shade. This one here is Absinthe Minded. Is this one. Oh, that's nice. It's subtle. It's subtle, but it's moody at the same time. This would look nice all over the lid. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. I like it. I'm wondering if I should turn off this ring light that's up there, because this is really cute. It's not super dark. It's not super dark at all. But it being moody, I'm liking that. Where's my refrigerator? It sounds like it's gurgling. So some of you may or may not know, I was on Plenty of Fish Every now and then I go through a moment of insanity and sign back up. And I don't take it seriously at all at this point. Let me turn this light off for... and then in the back, you really cannot hardly, it's hard to even see that grayish shade. In the mirror down here, I'm looking down, I can see it. And I think it's because it has so many sparkles in it that it's just like, where are you? This is very interesting. In person, it looks really good. Got a lot of lights going on over here. So a few weeks ago, I received a notification from something on Plenty of Fish. So I, went to the notification because somebody had liked something. I don't see likes. I don't pay for it. I'm like, when I first got on Plenty of Fish way back in the day, I paid for all the bells and whistles, and they wasn't belling or whistling. So I'm just like, I'm not paying. I'm paying for that. And so, but someone had sent a message or something, and so I replied to their message. And then this thing popped up for like Black People Meet. It's just called BLK, but it's supposed to be like the #1 Black dating site. Quiet is kept. I love my Black folk, I do. But it's more interesting dating people of other ethnicities. In my personal experience, dating Caucasian guys are different in the sense that they actually want to go out on dates. Hey, let's go hiking. Oh, hey, I saw this go-kart place. You want to go there? Hey, let's, go to this art exhibit. Black dude, you go to lunch. Well, my personal experience, go to lunch or dinner one time, and then they're like, when you coming over? Dude, I just met you. And so that to me is the difference. It seems like Black guys, again, my personal experience, they don't want to actually go out on dates. And it's just like, how am I supposed to get to know you? I'm not going to get to know you Netflixing and chilling. I could do that at home by myself. We're going to take Suspicious Minds. I just caught a glimpse. This looks like a black and green where I'm looking, my fingers, where I'm looking right now. This is looking like a black and green. Excuse me for all those glares. We're going to see what this looks like. So I'm like, let me just, keep being insane here. And, and what it did was it automatically like filled in my profile with my POF profile information. But I did go in and change some stuff because you have limited characters. And so it didn't even transfer all of it. So I had to go in and kind of shorten it for it to be what I think people need to know without being... Well, I'm not going to say without being too much, but without posting much, because as it turns out, people don't really read profiles. And so I'm just like, why am I going to put in this effort when they're not going to read it? And that's just my experience as well. Because they'll ask me stuff and I'm like, that's in my profile. Unless they're trying to see if I'm lying. I mean, I don't know. It's just strange. And so I usually don't even give out my phone number. And I have two different numbers. One is my main number and one is my sideline number. So that people can't track me, trace me, whatever. Reverse Google search and all of that and get my information and all of that. I want to blend this out now, but we are going to put another shadow in that corner. So let me wait on that. But after maybe like 3 really brief messages, because usually it's like, hi Dion, I'm like, hi so-and-so. That's the first message. And maybe they're just seeing if I'm going to reply back. I don't know. The next one, hi Dion, hope your day goes well. Hi so-and-so, same to you. The next email, here's my number for you to call me. Huh? No, we can chat on here. And one person said something about, so like I can text him, because we were messaging like every maybe like 5 minutes or so. And again, it was only like those 3 short messages. And so his other message was, we're going to take this shade. This one is Season of the Sith. He has said, here's my number for texting. I'll be home after 9. You can call me after that. Sending messages back and forth through the app to me is the same as texting. And so I told him, I said I prefer to chat on here a little bit more. I have not heard back from him. It's just insane. Like, why? You're not going to have 24-hour access to me. I don't even know you like that. And the messages that we exchanged was short, like when I'm saying, hi Dion, hi so-and-so. Next day, hi Dion, how are you? Have a good day. Hi so-and-so, I'm okay, same to you. So that's it. And I'm going to call you off of that. So that one I didn't hear back from. And I'm not a phone talker. I'm really not. If I'm going to talk to you, I'd rather talk to you in person because you'll have my full attention. When I'm on the phone, I get bored because I'm just sitting there like... And then I end up multitasking, which means you're not getting my full attention. And I'm like, let's just meet and talk in person. But they don't seem to want to do that. And so this other guy, same type of story. Oh, well, can we talk? I said, in person, yes. We're going back to the previous brush with that previous color. I said, in person, yes. I said, as far as just messaging on here is fine. And I did explain that on the phone talking, I always end up multitasking, so you're not getting my attention. If you want my full attention, you know, talk in person. And I said, not having my full attention, yeah, so I end up multitasking, and I'm just doing other stuff. Because I get bored just sitting there holding the phone to my ear, or just sitting there having it on speaker. And so then I sent another message a few minutes later, because I'm thinking like, wait a minute. Oh, and I also said, you know, when I'm home, I'm either busy or I'm resting. And then when I thought about it, I do have an hour drive tomorrow. So I wrote another message saying, I have an hour drive tomorrow. I can call you while I'm on the road. I haven't heard from him either. And I do know that is a deterrent for some guys. They're like, well, if you don't want to talk on the phone, then we don't need to meet. Okay, fine. Okay. And there was a time, like eons ago, I would talk on the phone. And it was strange in that sometimes, like, the phone conversations were good. And when we meet, it's just like, ew. And also the opposite has happened. We've talked on the phone and it's just like, oh my God, why did I agree to this? And then when you meet in person, it's like, wow, this is really cool. So it could go either way. But I'm just like, after 2 little short messages where you barely say anything, you're not going to have 24-hour access to me by way of you can just call or text me anytime you want to. That's not happening. I thought my brows looked okay earlier, and I'm looking at them now like, no, they don't. But this is the basis of the look. I like it. We're going to take this brush, and we're going to just blend up here. Do I want to put a color there first? Yes, we're going to stay dark. Do we want to use this brush for it? Yes. This is Sith Please. So that's this shade. Yes, we're going to put this up here, and we're going to put it on the line, and that's going to blend out this shade. That is pretty. Ooh. Ooh. And so it's just, and sometimes it's sad that, like, some of these pictures, like, they're in the gym and they're flexing and all of that, or they're in front of their Range Rover or something, and I'm thinking, that's, well, as far as the vehicle, that's materialistic. And you're flexing, like, do you think that's the best part of you, is that you work out and you got some muscles? Like, what's in your heart? What are your ethics? What are your morals? And usually they don't even have much written in the profile. So it's just like, do people fall for that? And you know what? I know that people do, because if they didn't, men would change. They would change, like, how they do their profiles. And so it's just like, no. I'm not even going to give you my sideline number. It's like, no, it's not right now. And so, and I did put for that dude, when I told him I end up multitasking, and you're not, you know, not going to get my full attention unless I'm in person. I did explain that to him, and I did say I acknowledge it is a deterrent for some guys, and it is a turn off for some guys, and I'm okay with that because I know I'm not for everybody. And if they're going to be insistent on, okay, well, if we can't talk on the phone, we can't meet. Okay, fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Like, there's no desperation here. But then it's, on the flip side, it's like, why are you rushing? 2 short messages, and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, let me give him my number. Ooh, good conversationalist. 2 short messages. No. I like this look, y'all. And I even like this shade as a brow art shade. That's nice. For a second, I thought, okay, that might be too dark. We're going to, what brush are we taking? We're going to take this brush. And we're going to use this for a brow arch highlight. That's that inner corner shade that you can't see. You can see it a little bit from like here. You can see it here. When I look over here, you see a little something there. But it could just still be this shade just sheared out. So we are going to take this and we're going to put this right up under the brow. So that's how I ended up in Janice's chat and in her live stream. And when I do see hers pop up, I do join. Even if I'm in a wake up, I'll be like, hey, I'm in a wake up. A wake up is when I wake up and I'm not getting up, because I do wake up every 90 minutes. And so, you know, I'll have her on. And sometimes I make it through the whole thing, and sometimes I don't. I fall back asleep. And if I do fall asleep, you know, I'll watch it again later. And I do circle back to leave a comment to feed the beast called the algorithm. But sometimes I do make it, or I'll doze off and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll wake up again. And not in 90 minutes, but like a few minutes. Or I just kind of doze real quick and I'll be like, ooh, and she'll still be on, which is cool. But yeah, so that was fun. She was getting ready for a show and I'm really excited for her show. But it was really cool. So lower lash line. So what did we use? We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of 9. So how about lower lash line? We do this on the first half. And maybe this or this on second half, because we'll have gone through all the shades. Yo, it is nothing to use 6 shades, and we still got 2 more to do. So we're going to take this one in the center, and that is called Sith Me Baby One More Time. Because of the space, I just put Sith Me Baby, because when I had wrote it all out, it was too long. It was too long to fit on here, but so for now on, I might just say Sith Me Baby, unless I remember it was Sith Me Baby one more time. Ooh, this is ooh, flaky. So right here. I think I'm gonna eat after this. I need to do some more work for the pro side. And I'm not going to say it's never ending. And I think what it is because I just recently started promoting it mainstream, because my goal and my focus was working in the community, and I have been doing that. But then I think it might have been around November. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and branch out, because that'll just give me another avenue, and it'll give me more variety. Even though I love working in the alternative community. I do. It is so much fun. The people are so friendly. Everybody, it's just like a different vibe. But then I'm like, you know. And also I'm thinking, like, even though that's the community I want to work in, and I am working in it, the main events I've been working at are like every 3 or 4, not every 3 months. And so that gives me work, you know, every 3 or 4 months. And I do fairly well, depends. But then I have some other stuff. This shade is flaky, y'all. And so I'm gonna look up places and advertise more. And so I did advertise some, but there's still more I need to do. Joyce a lot. This shade is flaky. Like, that shade is super flaky. We're gonna take another one of those brushes, and I think I want to do. I'm gonna do this one. This one is Sith Sense. Excuse me. And we're going to actually put this here. I think we're going to take that last shade. I think we're going to take this one too and put that here. And we'll have used everything in this palette. But I think I want to blow this down with that darker shade. That's what I'm really thinking I want to do. And so yeah, I don't feel an urgency to do that as far as advertising. And as I said, I did already start, but then there's more, because there's more places and, you know, more agencies and things I want to look at. But I don't feel an urgency. And maybe because it's wintertime. Like, who's really going out in the wintertime that they're going to want their face done? Like, I don't know. I just don't feel an urgency about it. And maybe because I'm content where I am right now. And I do really think that's what it is. Yo, I'm going to have to do something with this fallout. Because can I pick it off with a lipstick applicator? Actually, I'm going to put Mood Light under here. Mood Light does camouflage fallout. This is, it's not horrible. And I don't even know if you see it. But it's more than I remember having with other shadows. And Mood Light, and also Luminous Light, they do cover fallout because their Luminous Light is luminous and Mood Light has a sheen to it as well. So some of this is coming off and some is not. And I am a face first person. And so actually most of this is coming off. And sometimes what happens is, it just like the fallout will blend in with whatever highlighter I have on, which today I have on Fire Opal. And it's ironic that this looks like Fire Opal. So I'm taking it off and then just rubbing the lipstick applicator on my finger. So that looks a whole lot better. It's something where I would notice it in person, where other people may not, because I'm detail oriented like that. We're going to take this shade, the last one to use in this palette, and this is Down with the Sickness. Yeah, that sounds kind of strange. Sounds like Down with the Sickness. This is very wide, and so we're just going to keep it that way. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're coming underneath all of these other colors, and so we are really just grunging this out here. Yeah, but this, I didn't mean to do that. But since I did, let's do it. Sickening, baby, one more time. Oh, I look sick. Like I have the flu sick. Like this is looking like, are you okay? I like it. And I'm thinking about the times when actually it was the Monochromatic Months collab. No. It was a Creative Art with Heart collab. And I was saying how, what was it? It was Unapologetic was the theme. And so I did one eye, how YouTube told me to do. Oh, man, that looks sickening. And the other eye I did the way I like to do my makeup. And I was saying how I'm also a contradiction because I do a lot of light ethereal monochromatic looks. But this is where I live. And so I do feel like I'm getting back there, or at least something different, because that monochromatic month look I did using just different shades of reds, that was different too, and that was a vibe. Like it was a really pretty look, and maybe because it was colorful, being red and not just like a there not there. Like you saw the colors, I think I'm gonna put a black one upper lash line. So we've used every shadow in this palette. It is nothing for me, y'all, to use 9 shades. It is really not. And so that's why sometimes when I have smaller palettes, I go through it in one look. And so it's just like, and so I might not get back to it for a while. Whereas if it was like a 15-pan palette, okay, it might be, 3 or 4 looks. I'm shaking this cloth into my makeup trash because that one shade, as I was tapping it off, it had a lot of tap off and it still gave me fallout. And so before I forget, where are you? Well, I just do Luminous Light. It's described as Champagne Pearl. I'm gonna take this brush, we're gonna swipe it and turn it in circles. I'm gonna put that right here. I kind of want to do a red for upper lash line, but I'm kind of thinking just do a black. And so yeah, this just makes it look like it ain't no fallout. What do we have all over the face? Is this one what we have all face? I don't remember which finishing powder we used before we sprayed the face. I don't remember, but that's there. I did rearrange my stuff again, because I put, I need to leave that out for the picture, because I did put this over there, so I had to rearrange some stuff. Oh! Can I move, drag my cloth here, which I don't want to do. Y'all got so much stuff here. Not a lot, but everything has its place. And so if you move one thing and it slides and touches something else, ciao. What do we want to do for liner? Y'all know, I kind of wanted to use this again, but I think maybe I'll put this over black, because this is too light for the look to me. But we do have room. We're going to put this on and then tap this in the center and see what that looks like. This was a gift with purchase, and it's called Spiteful Spectral. Upper eyeline. Y'all, this looks sick. Like, what the hell? I don't want to use the red because the red is a bold red, and I did use this for that red look. This is more like that red. Oh my gosh, these are packed in here too tight. What is happening? If this was a little more maroonish, that would go. What color do I want to use? What color? Why is this? Okay, let me just chill out. A piece of dust. What color? You know, let's just use black, because I'm indecisive right now. Or this that's in my hand. Oh, this is a black. But I have a black from MAC. But the PAOs for Inglot is only 9 months. And so that's why the Inglots are back in my kit. I mean, back in my personal stash already, because the PAO is so short. Ooh, I could do a yellow and punk it out. Do we want to do a yellow or a green? Y'all, I get so excited with all these different colors that Inglot has. This would be like, girl, why you put green? Like, you ain't got nothing green. But the yellow would pop it. This would give it a punk look. We're going to do the yellow. But I kind of want to do the green. I know y'all, I'm being indecisive. This will keep it dulled down. Let's do the green. Let's do the green, because I want to do the yellow. So we're going to do the green. Let me find my lethal brush, because this is Inglot. I don't know what, I don't know what's happening right now. So it is raining hard. Do y'all hear that noise? What? It did say it was going to rain today, but damn! Yes, I'm putting liner on a brush. And it is raining hard. Yes, and it seems it's not popping. It may be because I'm thinking of that yellow. Dating as I get older has become more and more challenging. And I think the problem is, and there's this guy on YouTube, his channel is, you can't really even see that. His channel is called Public Offender, I believe. And he does commentary, reaction stuff to like dating stuff. And this guy said this and this woman said that, and you know. And y'all, the stuff is just crazy. And he'll show like a TikTok, and then he'll talk about it and be like, see, this is what the problem is. And so he was talking about this older dude, older meaning middle age. I think it said he was 49, but I want to say 59, because I thought he was in his 60s, because he had, you know, a white beard, you know, and I'm like, okay, he cannot be 49. But then some people do prematurely turn gray. But he was talking about, y'all, it was so stupid. he was saying that I don't want no old ass lady that's my age. And I'm thinking, okay, if she's an old ass lady and she your age, that means you're an old ass man. Y'all, it didn't make no sense. And he's going on, he's like, because I like to hunch and I like to go out and I'm active and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, whoever she is got to be at least 10, 15 years younger than me. And I'm like, dude, but look at you. You look like you somebody's grandfather. And you act like middle-aged women don't like to hunch, as you say. What it is that women his age won't deal with his bullshit. That's what it is. But to say you don't want an old ass lady that's your age, okay, that's admitting that you're an old ass man. Like, what is it with you that you're not connecting with people your age? Sign of immaturity, maybe? And even somebody in their 20s, like, they may or may not, if they're shallow, they may be impressed that, ooh, he has this type of car. Ooh, look at this watch he's wearing. Ooh, but that's shallow. She ain't gonna marry you. And if she will, she probably leave you or cheat on you. Just say you're polyamorous. I don't know why people cheat. Just say you want an open relationship. And just do whatever you do and just don't lie. I'm not liking the green. And maybe because I'm thinking of that yellow, because that yellow be pop, 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 popping. I want to take that yellow because this I'm not I don't understand. I don't, excuse me. All right, we're going to take because it was just ridiculous, because it's just like, you're not even making sense. If she's an old ass woman and she's your age, then that means you're an old ass man. And what I found is sometimes, you know, people in general talk shit, but sometimes that just be like a crock of shit. Because then when you go out on a date, I want to put a line under here, but I'm not sure. You go out on dates and they just be like duds. So it's just like, okay, you said you were active, but you're not. Like, you're lying. And so the dude that was doing the video, the public offender, oh, my wrinkles is, okay, I got it straight. He was saying how if you're, and the dude did start out saying that it was his preference, but then he went on to say all the negative things about women his age. So it was just like, if that's your preference, that's your preference. But the dude was saying, okay, if that's your preference, then why are you being negative towards women that's in your age range? And why do you feel like it's necessary to even do this video talking about why you don't want an old ass woman that's your age? Like, it's just like, keep that shit to yourself, which basically is what he was saying. And I agree with that. Like, nobody needs to know all that because you sound stupid. I think this looks a little cray-cray. Like, I'm not, so that's like, if that's your preference, let it be your preference. Why do you feel like you need to air that on TikTok? Oh, you want the views. Okay. I don't know what is different. I kind of want to do something else, but I don't know what to do. Cause y'all know, you know, I rock with team too much sometimes. We're just pulling this one out to just line up with the line on the bottom. This is a great brush for this. They sent me this by accident. I had ordered some more of these, and they sent me this one. And then the first time I used it, I just stamped a white on top of the liner, like how we have shadow in the middle. I just took it and just put it, and it gives a straight line as long as the brush ain't angled, because it is a straight brush. But yeah, it's just silly. It's just, it's silly and it's stupid. Like, if that's your preference, so what? And then you're ruining it for if you do meet a woman your age and you're like, wow, she's pretty cool. She's gonna be like, I don't want your old ass. We both old asses, but you know, you on here talking shit. And like these dudes that are in their, you know, 50s, 60s, and they want to act like they're still the football captain. Dude, you ain't in school no more. You are supposed to be a grown-ass man, but really you're a little boy in a grown man's body. So it's like, nobody's really in your inbox like that. Nobody's in your inbox like that for you to even be acting like that. And that's the thing. It's like nobody's checking for you like that. So I don't know if it's just like him trying to pump himself up or what, but and it's quite a few dudes who do videos like that. And the women be like, he did us a favor. Women that's his age, they be commenting, you did us a favor because we don't want you. Like, don't come over here with that dumb shit. But anyway, I'm looking at this like, I don't even know what the hell. Oh, we still gotta do our lip. I'm thinking this was the last thing. We're gonna do the black and then we're gonna put that other shade on the sensor and see what that looks like. This though, I do think using different color eyeliners other than black and brown and gray, I think it does add a punk element to whatever look I do. And so I like just having that extra little whatever. So we're gonna take Rune. This is described, this is from Notoriously Morbid. Well, actually, so is this and this one. This was a gift with purchase. I did mention that. Rune is described as super opaque, rich black. They have another black. And so I'm like, well, if you have a super opaque, rich black, so maybe the other one's not as opaque. I don't know, but I'm not getting it because y'all know, if you've been here, my favorite lip color is what? Black. Are we going to line the lips? Let's line the lips. Just because we have stuff to line them with. I feel like I have been lining my lips more lately. And for me, it's not necessary with a liquid liner because I'll take the tip of it after I put the lipstick on and go along my lip line. And usually I end up doing that anyway, even when I do line my lips with a lip liner. This one is NYX. This one is just a regular pencil liner. It's not a gel one, it's not retractable. And they don't make this style anymore. This is suede matte lip liner. The newer ones are not suede matte lip liners. This is another black one because I wanted to compare it, also from NYX. And this one is just called retractable lip liner. And you see how this is shiny and this one is a matte. And that one is retractable, which I like. Don't have to sharpen it. I've had this one for so long. I'm thinking now I need to get rid of it, but it's working fine. And because I was just curious about MAC's lip pencils, I got the black one, of course. So I'm like, I'm gonna use a black one. And I really like that. That one needs to be sharpened too. And I was thinking I want to get more colors. Yeah, this one needs to be sharpened too. But it's smoother than this one, but they don't make the suede matte lip liners anymore, so that's not even a problem. But I do want more of the MAC ones. It says me who doesn't line my lips often. This is my natural lip line. My lips are not symmetrical. And I do line on my lips. When I do a dark lip, it accentuates my lip line. But this is my lip line. And yes, this side is more full than this side and all of that. But it's my lip line. We accept our features. On clients, I do even it out. But for me, I'm like, this is what it is. And my brows. Yo, that highlight shade, that inner corner shade, yeah, that's a brow bone shade. Here we go. I love it. This is so smooth. Damn it. That didn't help. So I might have to overline and fix that or just leave it. This is nice. My favorite matte lipstick formula is MAC Caviar, of course. It's my second time having that one. The next darkest is High Drama. I wish they had more dark shades. And so the reason I got this one, I wanted to compare the formula to the MAC one. I like them both. I did not have to double dip. Y'all, I look sick. I want a darker liner for my upper lash line. Because I think it's just kind of blending in a way. Do y'all want to hang with me for a few? Oh, shoot. We're at 45 minutes. Excuse me. I wanted to pop more. Forgive me, y'all. Where's that brush? We're going to use a different brush. We're going to take a MAC 210 or 220, 210. Black Mirror from MAC. I wanted to show up and it's kind of not. We're not going to wing this. We're going to leave the green out there. Yeah, I do like that better. Janessa had 3 calendars left and she's going to sell them at the show. I'm so glad I got mine. When she was talking about it, I ordered it while she was talking about them. I'm like, I want mine right now. So while I was watching that live, I'm like, I just ordered one. I like that better. So we're going to tap this other shadow on top. And doing this gave this time to dry. I'm not sure about this green because this, and again, this is called Spiteful Spectral. Let's see what this is going to look like. I was thinking today was Sunday, which of course it's not. So this just gives a little bit of something. I do like it. Sometimes when I do an ombre lip, you can distinctly see where the center shade starts and stops. But for this one, it does just kind of flow. And it doesn't really look like an ombre lip, but it looks like, is there something on the center or is it not? And even if only because it's shiny, because it's a metallic shade. I do like that. So this is the look, y'all. I'm going to do pictures right after because we've been here. Oh, mascara, y'all. I forgot mascara. And I kept thinking, like, I felt like something was missing, but I didn't know what it was. And I realized sometimes that when I'm thinking the video should be done, but I'm still kind of here, it turns out that, yeah, I am forgetting something. So I think subconsciously, like, I didn't go away because something was left undone, if that makes sense. This is the MAC Stack Elevated. I like it. I don't like the wand. The wand is very plasticky. So we're using a disposable wand, which I like. And I have tons. So I took some out of my kit and put some up here for me. I don't know about this green stripe. That was definitely something new. And I have a feeling somebody's going to compliment me on it. Even if it's just like, wow, like that's really different. She reminded me of a pair of sneakers. You know, they have like the... Oh! My eyelash went upside down. This eyelash went upside down and was grazing my eyeball, and I'm looking at it, and I didn't want to blink because I didn't want it to move the wrong way and I not be able to flip it back down where it was. That was bizarre. Goodness gracious. At least it didn't fall off into my eye. It was still connected to the root, but it had just flipped the other way. I don't know why it did that. Like, why the hell did that do that? I think this mascara might be done. It is just a little thing. I don't know if it was free gift with purchase or if I ordered it just to see if I like this one. I like the regular MAC Stack mascaras. This one is the MAC Stack Elevated mascara. I wouldn't get this one again because I don't like the wand, but then again, maybe I would because I have these disposable mascara wands. And I do like how it makes my lashes look. So we're going to close this up, y'all, and we are done. Let me know what you think of this line. Like, I like this visual right here. Hell yeah. I'm loving the look. I'm just not sure about this line at the bottom, but we did it. It's done. I do like it. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. But we're going to go. Let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much for being here and for keeping me company. If this is your first time here, you're still here, go ahead and subscribe. Comments always welcome. Consider joining the membership. Lots of links and discount codes and stuff down below. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.